All right, give it up for the other comedians. That last comedian was adorable, right? Cute as a button. Talking about David. He was up here talking about colonics and getting things put inside him. I was sitting back like, ew, right? That's gross. So I've looked these up online before, and they're like $200. And when he was doing the set, I was back there thinking, who would pay $200 for that? All you really need is like a really strong garden hose and a really good friend. I'm not going to be as hyper as Marion was, because me and David actually went running right before the show. Yeah, the ice cream truck left without... I don't know if you guys know who I am, but I'm actually from San Diego. I work a lot in LA, but I'm from here. From San Diego. I went to Granite Hills High School. That's why I didn't learn anything, and now I'm trying to be a comedian. I actually played a lot of video games in high school, and I still play video games. And, but I'm kind of behind the times, and Wii's new to me now, and I just played this game, Wii Fit. I don't know if you guys have played it, but the characters on the screen are a reflection of who you are in real life. I played Wii Tennis with my friends for 40 seconds, and my character had an asthma attack on the screen. And then a little Nintendo ambulance came out of the corner and picked him up. And it just said, game over. Nintendo, that is rude, but I was sweating. Oh my gosh. Obviously I'm Middle Eastern, my name is Bijan, and my dad's Middle Eastern, that's where I get it from. But he's one of those guys who changes his name when he comes over, and he changed his name to Mo like he's gonna blend in with everybody else. I feel like he hopped off the boat, watched the Three Stooges, and just pointed to one. The funny thing about him is he's so straightforward with everything he says to me. I asked him one day, I was like, Dad, when did you know you wanted to have me and my brothers? And he goes, well, son, I never really did. I was like, oh, thanks, man. He starts telling me all these things that I didn't even ask. Like, hey, you kind of need to lose some weight, too. And I was like, thanks, Dad. He's like, and you need to change your name. I was like, no, I'm not changing my name, that's my heritage. He's like, well, Bijan's actually a girl's name. How did this happen? He's like, well, when you were born, it was really cold in the doctor's office, you were overweight. We were confused. We just guessed. My dad actually lives in Alabama, and I go out there frequently to visit them, but I have to fly, and when I fly Southwest because I can't afford anything else. But there's a problem because you print your boarding passes out ahead of time on Southwest, you get through security, and then you line up for your seats, and it's free seating. It's like a free-for-all. Problem with me is it takes me forever to get through security because of my name. By the time I do, there's like 60 people in that little A group thing ready to board the plane. Like there's a good seat on Southwest. These people make me mad, so I purposely board last. I don't like to be uncomfortable, but I love seeing the looks on all their faces when there's a free seat and they think I'm gonna sit by them. Make it worse, so I'll jog a couple laps around the terminal so I get all sweaty and like jump on the plane. Who's it gonna be? It's like Duck Duck Goose of who doesn't want to sit by me. Usually people won't make eye contact if they don't want someone by them. You know, everyone does this. I even do this. But when I get on the plane, they're like, oh man, hope it gets wind and he doesn't make it back to our seats. I'm getting older now. I'm almost 30 years old. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting at all. The funny thing is I'm starting to forget slang words. I went to a party the other day, and I found out that apparently beef is a bad thing now. It means like you have a problem with somebody, which is really confusing to me because growing up my whole life, beef has been a wonderful thing. This guy comes up to me at the party, no joke, looks me in the face and says, yo homie, we're about to have some beef. And I get really excited because I don't know what he's talking about. And I'm like, yes, this party sucks, let's mac, let's go. So he's like, follow me outside. I'm like, all right, I'm getting my bib and my fork. taking his shirt off. I'm like, well, that's kind of a weird eating clothes style, but I'll go. Right when I walk outside, it's like, I'm like, oh my God. You know how bad that hurts after I was expecting a cheeseburger? Stupid me, I still don't know what's going on. I was like, all right, that hurt, but where's the food? That is bull. I don't like flying, but I don't like driving either because I feel like people judge you for the car that you're in. Like when I was driving down here, I was like, oh, there's a Buick, probably an old person, lifted truck, probably went to Granite Hills. And I know that people do this, so I want to drive something that's kind of funny. Like people judge me for the car that I'm in and then be wrong when they see me up close. Like I want to drive around in a smart car, so I'm bigger than the car when I'm driving around. But I want to get a convertible one so I look like I'm straight out of Mario Kart and I carry my toys. And I just hit all the guys in the lifted trucks with turtles. And just, you're supposed to spin out, I hit you. I can see them judge me like, oh, here comes a nerd and he's huge. He just threw a banana peel at my lifted truck, what a jerk. What's wrong with that? People say it's hard being a comedian, but I actually love doing it. I think the hardest job in the world is actually being a teacher. Yeah. I tried it once. Kindergarten level, I tried to substitute teach. I made it all the way till lunch, and I'm like, excited, it's lunchtime, I'm walking away. This little kid comes up to me, he's like, Mr. Bijan, Timmy pushed me down because I'm wearing a Star Trek shirt. And he's about to cry. And at that point, I realized how hard it is to be a teacher because I'm looking into this child's face. And he's looking up at me with his eyes swelling and tears are about to come out. And it's at that point I realized, I'm not going to get to finish my lunch. I don't think I can ever work on things. I don't really like getting postcards because I feel like they're ways for rich people to brag about what they can do that they can't afford. I was going to work the other day, and I got a postcard from my Uncle Jerry in the Bahamas, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Wait, no, it's kind of going to work. Threw it away. I want to get a postcard one day from somewhere that just sucks, like El Cajon. It's okay, I've lived there, I know how it is. And I want to have a picture of the 99-cent store on there. I'm going to leave you guys with this. I haven't always wanted to be a comedian. I used to actually want to be a model. Thank you for laughing, that wasn't a joke. Give it up if you think I could be a model. I see we have a bunch of liars in the crowd. I actually wanted to be a model for Big and Tall. They've been profiling me since I was like 8 years old. They would send me magazines and coupons like they were scouting the taco shops just waiting for me. It doesn't make me mad though. I actually like the magazines, but I don't like the models that are in the magazines. All of them are tall, but none of them are big. I took the magazine one time and went into the store, looked at the customers that shop there, looked at the models. I was like, oh, I bet the 400-pound guy in the corner of the store that needs an elastic waistband for his blue jeans is not kicking a soccer ball on the weekends. If he gets on a kayak, he's gonna drown. You need people like me up there, you know, on the front cover, just taking naps and eating cheeseburgers at the same time, just laying there. How about other fat people, you know, like David can see the magazine and be like, oh, he has eating clothes, I'm gonna go shop there, there's a lot of I want to get famous enough to own all the big and tall stores and fire all the little people that work there because it makes no sense. Last time I went there was a 110-pound little girl behind the register. I hand her my shorts and she's got to unfan them like she's taking the tarp off an F-150. And then she pulls them up like she's never seen something like that even though she works there. And the thing she says to me is, oh, that reminds me, I gotta buy a blanket tonight. That's my time, guys. My name is